Why did you have to use the timeout until I think like 6 minutes left in the third quarter? And obviously, you guys had a comfortable lead through some of that first half, but it seemed like you guys built it by just moving the ball. It felt like maybe that might have been some of the best ball movement you guys put together for a long stretch this season. Do you think that was testament to the lead you guys got out to?
Yeah, definitely. Last time we were playing here, and when we were playing Toronto and Detroit, I feel like we had great ball movement. So rewatching those games, I mean, we knew that was something that, really opened up our offense and got everybody going. So we tried to start the game out, moving it and getting everybody involved.
It seems like more and more during this last stretch of games that you and Jeremy and Saddiq are finding better chemistry and finding times when each of you can shine in the game. Does it feel like that it's working together with the three of you a little bit better?
Yeah, it's definitely working with the three of us, but I think it's, the whole team. I think we're all moving the ball, getting guys involved, and people are looking for me, Saddiq and Jeremy. And we're trying to look for each other, make each other's jobs easier. So I think, just coach preaching to us, how we moving and how we get, more action, more side to side, things like that. I think it's opened it up for all three of us.
That final block, did you think you could get over there on Gary, or did you know that you were worried they had too much space?
Yeah, he drove when JG took charge and they didn't call it. I knew it was gonna be like awkward, and he's gonna try to get it up high. So I feel like I had good timing on it. I seen it coming, so when got it. Yeah, sir.
We talked about Isaiah's development, like even as a screener on the offensive end, but defensively, I think there was a possession. I don't know what point in the fourth quarter where you got to stop on Siakam and Barnes in the same possession. Then ran the floor, got a layup. Him as a defender for you guys, even whether it's in the perimeter or as a rim protector, how much of that has really kind of sparked just this energy as of late too? Because it seems like he's even taken that to another level.
Talking about Isaiah, right? Yeah, I mean, he's been huge for us. I was telling him in the locker room at halftime, I feel like he's such a slept-on rim protector. Dudes don't really dunk on him. I mean, anytime somebody's meeting him at the rim, he's altering it somehow. So it's been huge for us, just his activity down there. The way that he runs the floor, he just takes his job super serious, and, he works really hard at it. So we're all super thankful to have him because he makes our jobs a lot easier.
And getting so many of these wins on the road in this little stretch too is not only you guys winning, but you're winning on the road, which had been obviously harder a little bit earlier in the season.
Yeah, I think that just is, it just shows our togetherness more than anything. Toronto had all their fans in there tonight. They really helped the Raptors get their momentum a couple times. And, our bench, I feel like our coaches, everybody's just super engaged. And that helps us a lot. It helps us end runs, helps us get, the game back even and everybody calm back down, everybody poised. So our togetherness has been huge for us, and now it's just about, continuing to grow.
Okay, one question over Zoom. Go ahead, Omari.
Hey, Cade, you, Saddiq, Jeremy have really rode and gelled, especially over the last 2 weeks. And how much of that do you credit just to time when you look at how everybody's been sort of in and out this season?
Yeah, I mean, we've been able to play together a lot now. We kind of know where each other wants it. I mean, just our chemistry in general is getting better and better. So, like I said, our togetherness as a team has really helped us, and we gotta keep growing now. Appreciate it.
You guys had an 18-point lead at one point in the third quarter. They never give up. You guys never let up. How would you describe kind of how that game played out at the end, and then the poise it took for you guys to start with the win?
Yeah, man, it was a great NBA game again, and they made a great run. It was getting a lot of and ones getting to the rim, speeding us up a little bit in that third, and but we credit to our coaching staff and to us was just saying like just take one possession at a time, play to win, don't worry about the score. And, we try to just stay poised down the stretch and make the right plays and live with those results. So I think this shows a testament of, when we used to have those leads like that, we used to give it up early in the season, and we just got better at just calming down and been playing with the right pace.
1-point game. It's late in the clock. Ball ends up in your hands. You get in for the scoop and score. Kind of take us through that play if you remember it as well as I.
You know, for me, I just try to tell myself to play hard. You know, I had a lot of opportunities. A few possessions, man, had open shots, didn't go in, but always trusting my work and my ability. And like you said, it was a late clock. And, you know, I was just blessed to be in that position and just was confident in myself and be able to try to ice the game. And then that next possession, you know, Cade had a great block and we had a great defensive stop and to close the game. So it was just a great two-play, you know, sequence to finish it.
When you look at, say, yourself, Isaiah's out there, there were some calls that I'm sure, you know, could have gone, you know, other ways.
Right.
But with Cade's points and all that stuff, you guys are so young. In these games, you get up 1 out 4 or 6. They've all been real tight games.
Right.
But it doesn't seem like you guys look sped up out there. Like there does seem to be some type of resolve. Is that a comforting thing for you to be a part of that, where you can look and not see like wide eyes, like, hey, what do
I think it's just a blessing to be able to play. And, you know, we've had those experiences early on. Me and Zay had it and Killian had it last year. And then Cade obviously, you know, been a part of that experience this year. And like you said, those early games, man, those early failures that we had, it just taught us a lot. And so like now down the stretch, you know, we just know, you know, kind of just to play to win, play not to not lose, you know. So I think, you know, I think just being out there, having those experiences, having those reps early on is helping us now.
You guys won 4 of your last six. What stands out to you the most about just what specifically has allowed you guys to turn around and start playing this type of basketball?
Just a different energy, I feel as though, and I think we know each other now. We're healthier than we were in the past, and which is a blessing. And, you know, I think we've gotten a lot of reps with each other. We know each other's games. We kind of found that continuity as far as, you know, how we want to get each other involved and just locking in on the deepest end. So I think it's helped us, and we kind of have a good rhythm for you know, because we know each other now.
It seemed like specifically for maybe the first 2.5 quarters, the way the ball was moving,
right,
was maybe as good as it's been all season. Do you think that was part of what helped you guys get out to such a big lead, the way the ball was whipping around?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I think it didn't matter who was scoring. It was just the open man gets a shot. You know, they start blitzing, they start pressing. So, you know, you just see we just try to make the right play as much as we can. And I think it was good, like you said, it helped us get to that lead early on.
Part of the key of this too is that you and Cade and Jeremy are really starting to find a good rhythm where you can play off of each other. Is that kind of the key to this streak of wins that you have too?
I think it's a factor.
I think it's just a collective effort from everyone, top to bottom. Our second unit has been doing a great job in these past few games, and even when we don't come out the gate the right way, they've helped us stay afloat and even, you know, push our lead. So I think for us, it's just like you said, I think we're just finding each other and just figuring out each other's spots and where to be aggressive and where to make the right play. And I think we kind of got used to each other in the spacing for sure.
Another impressive part of this is you guys are starting to win on the road a little bit more too, where that was a little bit harder last year. What's been the key there?
That's just togetherness. You know, I feel like it's us versus the world when we're on the road. It's just a great atmospheres. We've had blessed to have great atmospheres in these past few road games, and it's forced us to come together and stay together to try to fight to the end.
Killian and Isaiah have to get used to playing on the road because your rookie year, most of the season, there was barely any fans, and at the end there was some. Was there an adjustment maybe earlier on the year or not?
Well, I would say for me personally, no, because I mean, I actually like playing on the road way more than home. I can't say way more than home, but I would say I like playing on the road a lot, just as much as home, because it's just a motivation. I like when the boos and the crowd. So I've had that since college, and that same type atmosphere. So it's kind of like the same mentality I've had for a while. So I invite the boos and just the hostile crowds. I love it.
Appreciate it.
And that was a game that we had to control our emotions down the stretch. You can't let calls or non-calls or missed shots evaporate your energy. And it was a great lesson for us. You know, win, lose, or draw the game. There was a great lesson on, okay, contain yourself, play within yourself. Don't let the emotions get the best of you, no matter what's happening. And going down the road for our young guys, that's going to be a huge help.
I know you're always teaching, always developing. When you get wins as a byproduct of the teaching and development, is this like another one of those you'd say, remember when we kept it together? Even
Nope.
like the whole wave was going against us.
No question, because the whole wave was going against us and pushing up against the shore. And again, at that time, you really got to, you know, keep playing hard, but yet and still control your emotions. And especially when the team is pressing and trapping like that, play within yourself. And I thought in spots we did, but we got to do a better job of handling those situations.
As a coach, when you have young guys, but when you have them out there in critical moments like that, where it doesn't have to be Cade taking the shot, it doesn't have to be Saddiq taking the shot, it doesn't have to be Jeremy. Is there a little bit of comfort on your, you know, where you say, hey, here's what we're going to draw up here, but there's comfort in like, I'll let those guys make the decision. We're not just counting on one guy to make it.
You know, for a while now, we've been connected with the basketball, moving the ball, don't care, the open man gets the ball. Before, I think we were just like looking for Cade and Jeremy, let me get the ball to them. No, the ball has energy in it, keep it moving around, and we've been doing that. We had 25 assists, I think, tonight, and only 9 turnovers. And that's a sign of growth. Probably a month ago, we probably had the other way around, 25 turnovers and 9 assists. So we're growing. We're a finished product? No, and by no means whatsoever. But I like the steps we're taking. We're growing. You know, really proud of Isaiah, continuing to battle in there, going against 2 guys, and they're still getting his hands on balls, creating highways with his screens, and just playing with tremendous energy in the paint. He's commanding the paint, and it opens up for a lot of other people.
When I don't think you used the timeout, your first timeout until midway through the third. Was that just a byproduct of not necessarily you guys having a comfortable lead, but your guys playing the right way?
Playing the right way. You know, again, we talked about it. We were playing so well, we didn't want to give them a chance to rest because they were trying to get their breath. We had the pace in our favor, James, and again, we had them on their heels and didn't want to give them a chance. They finally, I think, finally called one later. They called the first one. And that's one of our goals, is make the other team call the first time out. And they did that. So, but I was cognizant of how many fouls we had. I knew, you know, we had some to use. And luckily we kept, you know, a couple of them down the stretch.
It seems like the chemistry between Cade and Jeremy and Saddiq is getting better and better and better, 20+ points for each one of those guys. But a lot of those streaks, a lot of your runs means that they're moving the ball around and one of them is scoring in a lot of those cases.
Well, and again, those 3 guys are going, but somehow, some way, Rod, when those guys are rolling like that, our bench has to really stay energized and ready to come in and take up the slack or keep it at sea level. Because we're expending too many minutes with those 3 guys, you know, 38 minutes. We got to get production off our bench, whether it's defending, keeping the scoreboard moving in some kind of way, and not let a lead evaporate. And now we got to put the starters back in. And those guys have been great all year long. But tonight, Jeremy, Saddiq, and Cade, you know, had that synergy and were playing well together.
That stretch in the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth, I think it was 7 minutes without a field goal. Is that one where you just those guys got to settle down and just get a basket here or there, and maybe you put that game on?
And that's been a pattern. And somehow, some way, we got to take that step, you know, and get some production out of that group, whether we change the lineup or something, because it's just too many droughts, and it's been that way for a while now. All right, thank you.